Simone is in the habit of getting on the podcast and telling us about all of her terrible friendships. This go around, B. Simone's best friend is talking about how she was on the verge of homelessness, car was getting repoed, while B. Simone was on wilding out, counting checks and doing all these things for other people.
Bro, is this the world I really live in? Am I crazy? Wait, so you're telling me B. Simone leveraged her talents, ability, discipline, and hard work to become successful, and because one of her friends fucked herself with her bad decisions and poor time management skills and poor people skills? I mean, shit, couldn't even fucking go get a regular job or some shit. B. Simone is the bad guy? See, it's one thing if your friend shows up on your doorstep, bro, and has nowhere to stay and asks if they can crash on your couch. They need a hot meal. That's one thing. But here's the thing. If one of my friends showed up on my doorstep and needed that kind of support, I'm opening my door. But first thing in the morning is we figuring out a game plan, nigga. Because I already got 3 kids. You feel me? I already got a wife I got to take care of. I ain't fucking taking care of you, nigga. You and I started off at the same spot pretty much, more than likely. Shit, I might have started off worse. I'm coming from a third world country, nigga. Now, because I'm up, because I'm doing the right things and I got the right mindset, I got to take care of you because you fucking can't get your shit together? Nah. That's insane to me. Rich celebrity exploits her poor friend for content. Oh, interesting topic. Video by Omizi. Okay, let's dive into this.
Friend with a celebrity, being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Wait a minute.
But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Putting it on Jesus is crazy as hell. Look, I first saw that clip go on the internet and I thought,
is it?
That, man, she is telling a true story about a friend who was dealing with a situation and they had a friend that was a celebrity and they just weren't helping out. But when I found out that the friend in question was her, the woman talking, Shekinah, and B. Simone was the celebrity friend in question, they're sitting across from each other saying these things, I about lost my mind. This is B. Simone's podcast. It's a new spin.
The chick? That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy. The chick she's talking about, the chick that's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I had to eat fucking cheese sandwiches every day for a year and my car got repossessed and I slept on the bridge. The friend she's talking about is a woman doing an interview. That's crazy. And the and she's like, Jesus, wow, that happened to you? That's hilarious.
In those skits, she's transitioning into a new career in content creation, becoming more mature and more older. But as she becomes more mature and more older and presents herself in a new way and new light to people, she's showing that she's just not a good person, like at all.
So many women go through that, whether it's a friend, you get hurt and now you move with this fear. Guard up, this fear, this anger, you're broken, you're hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever move like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for family, for the wrong people. The money I done gave people money. I done bought houses.
Now she's trying to like play a little bit of defense. Now she's like, listen, I done gave so many people money, friends, family, acquaintances, and they just fucked me. You know what I'm saying? Wasted the money, all that shit. And so now she's trying to explain why she didn't help her friend out when she was sleeping in a cardboard box or whatever.
for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
B. Simone is talking about her going through something that a lot of celebrities go through, that phase where they get a lot of money and they want to help a lot of people, but ultimately they end up being burned by said people, which is very fair and very valid. Those with resources have this plight, and it goes unheard because you do have resources, and honestly, nobody's trying to hear it. But there are often times where people take advantage of you, but that does not excuse when there are good people who are in your corner not getting help. That's just ultimately the name of the game. Sometimes you're going to get burned, but sometimes, as she kind of is saying, as her friend sitting here listening to it as she's on food stamps, it's kind of hard to digest this message.
And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down, and it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a guard is up.
Yeah.
I've never been like that in my life. And I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah, I think
but there was a little moment where I had it, like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah. You
It's
were like,
pain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
If that's
you
what
were
it
swallowing it though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were you going to say? And think about how I feel as your...
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year.
The thing about people with mics is they feel as if they talk very slowly with their hands. They're saying something profound. Now, I will say in this situation, I am a little bit split. There is some validity to what B. Simone is saying. Usually when you've been done wrong in the past, you put up your guard. That's genuinely and generally how people feel and the actions that they take. However, what I don't agree with is recognizing that this is a real and legitimate person that's going to be in your life and in your corner, and saying now, oh, well, you know what? You don't need my help. I don't need to help you, etc., etc. That's where I draw the line, especially when this person is going through the whirlwind. A small bone would have been able to help them. You don't have to give them the whole kit and caboodle, but damn, give a brother something. And if we get into the real root of the...
But give him what, though? Charity? Like, how much? Was she supposed to fund her entire fucking lifestyle for a year? I mean, maybe she could help her with rent for 1 month, but if she was homeless for a whole year, that means this bitch got a money problem. 1 month of rent, which is more than most people will do for anybody else, right? You got, you know what I'm saying, couple grand, you ready to just break off to your friend? And if you do, you're probably not trying to do that every fucking month, am I right? So, you know, what are we saying here? She ain't owe her money. You see, that's the thing, man. Like, it's one thing if you ask your friend to borrow a little bit of money and you have every intention, you know exactly how and when you're going to pay him back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to borrow some money, and sometimes your friend needs to borrow money from you. But we're in a whole different territory when I got to fucking take care of you like you're my child. That's crazy. Hey, shout out to Tiz Shack, though, with the quick sub. I appreciate you.
Guarding problems, it's always going to lead back to one road and one road only.
If God said it, just because you were heartbroken, if God said, go, that's your husband, but now you fearful because the last nigga cheated, you done missed out on
the whole blessing.
The whole blessing. You can't let the past pain and the past heartbreak and the past relationship breakup and the past anger and sadness and brokenness keep you from doing it again, trying it again.
Oh, Lord.
It's always a man. It's always a man that's going to stop you. Yeah, you trying to throw your repressed feelings and anger about men into this mix as to why you didn't help your friend should have been one of the final smacks in the face that caused your friend to smack you in the face. That is not an excuse at all. Your friend was absolutely struggling, and because you couldn't keep your legs closed, and because now you are jaded to giving people things, then all of a sudden your friend has to struggle? I don't even understand that, and a lot of people don't.
I don't know why Simone is in the habit of getting on the podcast and telling us about all of her terrible friendships. This go around, B. Simone's best friend is talking about how she was on the verge of homelessness, car was getting repoed, while B. Simone was on wilding out, counting checks and doing all these things for other people.
Bro, is this the world I really live in? Am I crazy? Wait, so you're telling me B. Simone leveraged her talents, ability, discipline, and hard work to become successful, and because one of her friends fucked herself with her bad decisions and poor time management skills and poor people skills? I mean, shit, couldn't even fucking go get a regular job or some shit. B. Simone is the bad guy? No, I don't know this B. Simone chick. I'm just saying this. I need more details as to how she's being a terrible friend. See, it's one thing if your friend shows up on your doorstep, bro, and has nowhere to stay and asks if they can crash on your couch. They need a hot meal. That's one thing. But here's the thing. If one of my friends showed up on my doorstep and needed that kind of support, I'm opening my door, but first thing in the morning is we figuring out a game plan, nigga, because I already got 3 kids. You feel me? I already got a wife I got to take care of. I ain't fucking taking care of you, nigga. You and I started off at the same spot pretty much, more than likely. Shit, I might have started off worse. I'm coming from a third world country, nigga. Now, because I'm up, because I'm doing the right things and I got the right mindset, I got to take care of you because you fucking can't get your shit together? Nah. That's insane to me.
People. Now, the best friend is talking about how she was going through all these sad things while her best friend was a celebrity. And you would think B. Simone and the best friend are talking about somebody else the way B. Simone is talking about, Jesus, my God. Just egging it on like this must have been such a hard time for this girl. Come to find out, B. Simone is the celebrity best friend that she was talking about. I'm telling you, it's something about B. Simone. She will make it through a cancelable moment. She done been canceled like 4 different times. I swear to God.
I think B. Simone and her best friend are using the term a little too loosely. I don't know if we've changed the definition of best friend over the years, but not only are they not best friends, they're not even friends.
Yeah.
Like a friend wouldn't even do you like that. It's almost as if B. Simone is hearing it for the first time. Like, she's like, I had to move back in with my parents. My car got repossessed. And
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you got parents to go move back in with and your car got repo, I'm not giving you a dime. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not giving you a dime. Because you got somewhere to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got parents that can help take care of you. Obviously, they didn't get the job done right the first time. So now you got to double back, get some help. You feel me? Now, if you don't got that, then come talk to me about you needing a lifeline. But again, nigga, it's a lifeline. It's not this is not employment. You feel me? I'm not adopting you. You're not my child. So I'm just confused as to what these women and Meezy really expected B. Simone to do. Like, how far was this supposed to go? Is there a standard? I don't think so.
Simone is like, Jesus, like, did you not know these things? Like, it wasn't like, I know, like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. She was like, damn. Like, what? I think someone has to teach her, like, not everything needs to be on a platform where we all get to just stop.
Now, the last young woman was correct. I don't think B. Simone and her best friend are really best friends. I wouldn't consider them to be friends. Hell, I wouldn't even consider them to be acquaintances. We're not talking about big favors for somebody who is making big bankrolls off of selling books or, being on Wild 'N Out or whatever the case may be. Throw her a bone. You didn't throw her anything. Like, I know regular people with 9-to-5s, other responsibilities, bills, and they're drowning that can at least let their friend sleep on a couch or throw them some dollars. Sure, some of these things.
But how you know she didn't do that? How do you know that she didn't give her any money? How much money does it take? She said this was one of the hardest years of her life, meaning this bitch was in a black hole for a whole year. Was she supposed to allow her to sleep on her couch for a year? She got parents. She went and stayed with her parents. Why she need to come sleep on her couch? That's what her parents are for. You know what I'm saying? If any of my children ever found themselves in a position, they're out in the world, they're young adults, they're trying to do things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes shit gets fucked up. They're fucked up financially. If they came to me and was like, hey, Dad, I need to come back home and regroup for a little bit because I'm fucked up right now. I'm broke as hell. I cannot afford to pay rent anywhere. I would for sure want them to come and stay with me before they go and ask a friend to bum on their couch. And here's the thing. When you do that kind of thing, you ruin the friendship, bro. You ruin the friendship. Again, bro, I need to borrow, $1,000. Bro, you know what I'm saying? My car is fucked up. It's in the shop. I know you got 3 cars. I know you got 2 cars. Can I borrow your car for a week or two? That's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, I'm moving. I'm in between spots. My old lease ended. My new lease started in a week or two. Can I crash with you for just until? Hell yeah. That's what a good friend does. And that actually can make a bond stronger, especially if you lend them money and they pay you back in a reasonable amount of time. It builds trust. But when you're taking advantage of another person like this, them being successful, responsible, hardworking, and having money is not an excuse for you to, use them like that.
Things are more long-term and long-lasting. Like, sounds like your friend needed some sort of job or whatever the case may be, but get your friend a job. Get your friend a car so she doesn't have to get her car repossessed. I'm pretty sure B. Simone can afford a cash car. And yes, I'm counting somebody's pockets, but to then say that this is the story that you had to go through and put God into the equation, no, you could have just been a little bit, and I just mean a little bit better of a best friend than you claim to be on this platform.
What pissed me off the most is not that she was going through these hardships, because I understand her mindset.
Has every woman in this compilation commenting on this situation been wearing a bonnet?
Even though you're my friend, you're not obligated to help me if you don't want to. But at the same time, if I call you my best friend and I reach a level of surplus or a level of status to where I am rich and famous, you coming with me. B. Simone over there talking about some Jesus. I'll slap the fuck out.
Listen. Teach a man how to fish. That nigga can eat forever, bro. You give a man a fish he can only eat for a day. You're creating a fucking baby. You're creating a big old baby with the wrong kind of mindset. Everybody reaps what they sow. Everyone gets what they deserve in this life. And so anything that any of my friends see me accomplish, they can accomplish the exact same thing, if not more, if they assume the same frequency and mindset. It's that simple. And so if I see that you are going to stay in a mindset of being self-defeated, being, just pitying yourself, always in a bad mood, negative. Listen, all of these people who find themselves in these positions, they're always like sad, bro. They're always just down in the dumps. You feel me? That's why they're fucked up. That's why they're in a fucked up situation. And so, yeah, man, like I ain't with that shit at all. I'm only taking people with me on the same frequency. See, I don't care where you're at financially or success-wise if we're on the same frequency. You could be starting off at 0. If I see you're locked into the same frequency, then I'm fucking with you. But if you're just a black hole, you gonna fuck my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
You in his name.
Now, there's been conversations about whether B. Simone should have been more involved in her friend's life. Did she even know in the first place that she was struggling, or did she know to the degree of which the struggle Hood went through? And to me, honestly, I don't think that I can consider somebody my best friend if I don't know what's going on in their day-to-day life. Now, me as a man, I don't talk to my friend every single day. We don't yap on the phone. We're not having conversations constantly. And we may not even get into the personal conversations like that. But I am aware of pretty much everybody in my surroundings and immediate circle. So if they are going through something, I can kind of sense it. Hey, you took 3 Ubers in a row. What's going on? I thought you had a car. Hey, you want me to pick you up, but you're always at your mom's house. Hey girl, is that a food stamp card in your wallet? Like, I don't know. There's telltale signs all the time of people switching their behavior, switching their patterns, switching all those things. And ultimately that means that you should be able to pick up on those things if you claim to be somebody's best friend. But honestly, every time B. Simone speaks, it sounds like her friends are in a torture chamber. It is hell to be B. Simone's friend.
Being friends with B. Simone sounds absolutely fucking terrible. What do you mean your best friend, who is known for boasting about her $1 million, oh, I'm a millionaire, is watching you struggle, and not just regular kind of struggle. You struggling on food stamps. You struggling on getting your car repossessed.
I ain't gonna lie. It really sound more like B. Simone is terrible at picking friends. She should have cut this bitch off long time ago, is what I'm hearing. Maybe B. Simone has some kind of complex where she likes to surround herself with self-destructive people so that she can feel superior to them. Maybe that's what's going on. But this ain't it, bro.
You watching her write checks to random people and she calls you her best friend?
Bro, that's literally in the 48 Laws of Power, right? Which I think is a pretty solid book, has some pretty good advice in it. It says, avoid the unfortunate. Stay away from unlucky people, bro. Stay away from people that shit's always going bad for them. They are literally in an energetic frequency. They are a shit magnet, bro. And eventually, they say you're the average of the five people you hang around the most. That is who you are. They say, show me your friends, I'll tell you exactly who you are. And so even though you might have a stronger, more positive frequency than this person, they're going to pull you down if you're around them like that. You know, you can interact with them and shit like that, but if they're constantly around you to the point where they're influencing you and their negativity and all that shit is just bringing you down, that helplessness, that victim mindset, bro, these are not people. If you're a successful person, that's what I'm saying. And again, it ain't about where they are financially, materialistically, or success-wise. It's about the mental. It's about the mindset. See, you could be broke, but I see you're a hardworking person with an optimistic, positive mindset that believes you can accomplish anything, and it's just a matter of time before it works out. I want to be around you. You feel me? You're going to make me more successful just by being around that energy. It's going to be a positive feedback loop of just winning nigga energy. But if you, the opposite, you could have more money than me. You could have more money and more clout than me. If I see that you got that negative shit and I don't want to be anywhere around you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And she won't say, hey, friend, let me fill up your fridge. I'm not saying that she has to live your life for you. That's not what I'm saying at all. To call yourself someone's friend and watch them struggle when you know it is within your power to help them even a little bit, that is cruel. How can you consider that to be how can you consider somebody like that to be your friend?
I don't want to hear about building a story. I definitely don't want to hear about hiding behind the veil of Christianity, especially when we saw B. Simone preaching in a blazer and some booty shorts the other day. Before y'all get my comments, I know what y'all are going to say. Come as you are, which I totally understand. But I think that this reeks of, I just stepped into my religion, my faith, and she's using it and ultimately weaponizing it in some different situations and circumstances. Yeah, I don't think that B. Simone is a good friend. And mind you, this isn't the first situation or scenario in which she has done crazy things like this to people that she claims to be her friends.
The caption says, social media users are speculating after B. Simone's crew got together for some festive fun, but the vibe seems a little off with all of her friends unfollowing her. Adding to the plot, Letitia Gardner commented that they're only missing their late friend Jackie O, and it looks like Megan Ashley has been added back to the mix. What's really going on behind the scenes, or do y'all think this is a stretch? Luckily enough for us, Letitia Gardner came and actually commented. She said this, honestly, she said we don't serve her anymore and cut us all off individually, and we still don't understand why. But we all respect her decision and wish her well. We're grateful we all still have each other. This was no shade to her.
And don't get me wrong, that's just one example of her friends being thrown to the side by B. Simone. But that also doesn't excuse the time that right after her friend's passing, she then decided to do a paid close friends in order to get more of the inside scoop about the deaths and how she's mourning and how she's grieving. I don't know. This all lines up with somebody who would also plagiarize 90%.
Now, don't get me wrong. Just from what we're seeing here, B. Simone does not seem like someone I don't want to be friends with either. But these arguments that are being made from the other side of the fence, I think are also terrible.
of a book and then also leave half of the pages blank and shit like that. Like, B. Simone has historically not been a great person, but the overall conversation about, you know, not helping your friend.
Even the fact that this shit's happening to B. Simone, that's just also a reflection of what kind of energetic state that she's in personally. She might be in a good state to make money and have success in the industry, but clearly there's some other shit that's fucked up about her, that all of these people are essentially talking shit about her. She's burning bridges. That's not a good sign either.
And not giving them handouts and them having to earn it has spiraled out of control. And I don't think that a lot of people ultimately do agree with B. Simone, but we've got to be able to have our communities back. Our community has our back, and definitely in a time of need, we should be able to support them. That's if we consider ourselves to be good, friends or even acquaintances with some of these people. Another loser.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And look, some people, you need to let them, it's called tough love though. That's another thing. There's a good chance B. Simone helps her friend out for a year. A year later, she's still in the same helpless position she was at the beginning of the year. And then if B. Simone goes to her and says, listen, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We've been at this for a year. You're more or less in the same position. This other bitch going to give her all the excuses in the world. And then B. Simone's going to have to cut off the money eventually. And then she's still going to get on the internet and talk about how her friend, you know what I'm saying, cut her off and did her dirty. And, you know, she was in a tough spot. And it's not like she didn't have the money to keep helping her. And I just haven't gone on my feet yet. And I felt pressured. And so that's why it's, you know what I'm saying, it's better to just get shit right from the beginning, bro. Pick your friends wisely from the beginning. Pick your friends who have the right kind of mindset from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.